So let's talk a little bit about your community involvement. What does that look like?
Great question. So one of the things that I had the opportunity to do over the last 6 years was serve on the executive board for the Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been part of that board for a number of years and kind of looking back and understanding why we serve is to help small business owners get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times small business owners are a one-man show and they don't know where to access the information or resources. So whenever a person asks, why do I serve? Because I feel our community here in Wichita is very diverse and is inclusive. Our small business communities, they want to help each other. And our Chamber of Commerce, they want to help small business owners. We do have the support, obviously, from your larger corporations, your Spirit, your Raytheon, your Intrust Bank, the different larger corporations. But ultimately, we do want to help our small business owners. So my community involvement, I've helped the Hispanic Chamber, as you mentioned earlier. I served on their board. I was their chair a while back, was part of their original foundation in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Great people along the way that were helping that chamber. And here with this chamber, I've been part of the executive board, the regular board, the chamber champions. And
Nice.
we kind of forget who those people are. I'll give them kudos to showing up to all the ribbon cuttings, to all the open houses. They do awesome. So congrats to those folks out there. And it's huge to become involved.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a side member or a sideline member. Become involved with it.
I love that. Don't be a sideline member. Be involved.
Yep.
And so let's talk about, you said, the reason why you serve in your new calling as an agent. How do you help these small businesses? And I'm talking about like the agencies or the businesses that just have one person to 3 people to 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see your agency really making a difference in helping them? What resources do you help provide?
So one of the things that I mentioned earlier was some of these small business owners, artisan contractors. Mm-hmm. They're really good at their trade. If they're painters, they're the best painters ever. They could paint a house in a day, the inside, the outside of a house. Sometimes the operations part of it is not their forte. I'm not a painter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to go in there and paint a house or bid a house of how much it's going to cost me. But I could walk them through what an insurance policy looks like, what a general liability looks like, why they need a general liability, why they need a workers' comp policy if they have 1 part-time employee or 10 full-time employees.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they need to conduct an audit when they do have a work comp policy? And why is that important to their operation? Why do they need to get all these documents in order when they're working with their accountant to submit their payroll taxes, their final, their quarterlies, or all this information they'll eventually need? At the end of the day, do they have enough coverage if something happens?
Yeah.
They want to call Jose and say, hey, Jose, I bought a policy from you. Unfortunately, one of my guys fell down.
Mm-hmm.
Is he covered? Am I going to be okay? Is my business going to be okay?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You bought the policy from our office, and yes, you will be okay.